Morning. How are you all? It's actually a bit cold and you have the air conditioning and stuff. I only like putting it on. It costs money and that to run, obviously, but it's more so to keep the bedroom cool for later. Anyway, how are we, good people? How are we? Hey, Pat Walters. Yeah, it's still a bit warm. I haven't checked what it is. I think I was asleep when it got to the hottest point. Might have got to 38 or 39 degrees, I think, probably around 2 p.m. I think I went to sleep about 11:30 or something in the morning, woke up about 6:15. Well, last night now, because now it's Monday morning, yeah. But yeah, so I think it got to about 38 or 39 Celsius, that is, Celsius, yeah. So just over 100 degrees Fahrenheit for anyone watching from America or places that measure in the Fahrenheit. Hit like, good people, hit subscribe, say hello to Pat. Hey, 2 viewers now, so 1 extra. Say hi to Pat, say hi to myself if you like, and good evening or good morning and welcome. It's probably evening or afternoon if you're watching from another country. Yeah, hello. $72, okay, degrees, so that'd be Fahrenheit. Yeah, it'd probably be about that or a bit over that here now. I think it reached around 100, 102 here today at its peak, about 39 Celsius, so yeah, about 102 degrees Fahrenheit. Or yesterday now, yeah, yesterday afternoon, about 12 hours ago, 13 hours ago. So yeah, it was a bit warm. I got the air conditioner on now. I don't like using it. I don't want to waste power and that. But anyway, it's just to cool everything down a bit. It's actually feeling cold, but it'll keep the house a bit cooler. Probably till I go to bed because, yeah, even the nights are like probably 72 or above. I don't know the conversion because it doesn't go up evenly in Fahrenheit to Celsius all the time. But anyway, even the evenings and the early mornings have been like 22 Celsius. Yesterday morning was 34 degrees Celsius at 10 o'clock. Yeah. Which is getting close to 100 Fahrenheit. Yeah, probably about 90. Hi Lucy, how are we? Welcome to the channel. Feel free to subscribe, feel free to like, and thank you very much for being here. Just put the socks on because it is getting a bit cool, and I'll probably turn the air conditioner off shortly. Yeah, so anyway, beautiful people, how are we? Yeah, hi Lynn, welcome, thank you for joining. Feel free to subscribe, anyone, if you want to. You don't have to, but feel free. Say hi to the other people here. We've got Walters, we've got Lucy, Pat Walter, Lucy, Lynn. Yeah, I'm Errico. I'm here in Australia. Thank you for joining. I'm assuming some of you will be from other countries, so it'll be probably afternoon there. It's early, very early Monday. I was going to say Friday then. Very early Monday morning here. So, yeah. I work Saturday night through to Sunday morning. So, yeah, it's sort of just a continuation of Saturday night in a way, because, I slept Sunday afternoon, then you get up overnight, and now it's Monday already. But yeah, so welcome to the channel, beautiful people. Hope you're all well out there. Hope you're all safe. The world's... I don't know if there's any more violence, but I think some of the violence is worse. People are getting a bit hostile. So not that that's anything to do with anything, but yeah, just I'm just thinking for all of you out there to be careful, when you go out, just be careful of people, You see their moods change in the taxi, don't you? Like driving a taxi. And then the funny thing is when you hop out and not stand up to them in an aggressive way, but just show that you're not going to be intimidated and you'll still be polite to them because it's the right thing to do. Well, then they often change their tune. It could work either way. It could cause... me to be harmed, or it could cause the situation to calm down. So I take the risk sometimes. But yeah, like a situation on Sunday morning. But anyway, I'm not going to worry about it. He was just looking for an argument, So I got out and opened his door, blah, blah. Anyway, he carried on once more. Then funny thing is I wanted to give him his 75 cents change. He didn't even want it. He could have taken it and just been rude and yeah, but he was all right. He was all right. Just people are mad. They want to be mad with people. But yeah, thank you for subscribing, Lynn. Thank you. Oh, 12 p.m. But yeah, 12 p.m. Noon. So you're almost 16 hours behind me, or are 16 hours. It's 3:55 a.m. here. But Monday a.m. So yeah, Pat. Hey, Path Lambert, thank you for joining. Hit like if you wish. Hit subscribe if you don't feel like subscribing. Hit like anyway, if you could, or anyone here. So yeah, welcome to the channel, people. Welcome. I should say welcome, because this could be people that aren't the ordinary viewers, because I haven't been as consistent the last few months. Whether I'm ever going to be on here every day, who knows? Sometimes I'll be on here. Oh, I have been on here every day yesterday and today. So, but you know what I mean. Like sometimes it doesn't matter if I'm here or not here. Just keep looking out for the notifications if you wish. I like to do other things rather than... I don't know. We'll see as the channel develops. It doesn't develop. Hey, Aussie Gamer, welcome back. I think I've seen you on here before, brother. Hello from Queensland, or you could be another Aussie Gamer, but I've had a couple of people with similar names, the Aussie crowds and that. So, yeah, thanks, champion. Queensland would have been hot today too, wouldn't it? Because I'm sort of mid-New South Wales, closer to Sydney than Queensland, much closer, but sort of getting up that way. And we were sort of 38 or 39 degrees Celsius today, I believe, Gamer. Oh, you weren't too bad then. We were about 39. When I say today, Sunday, it's Monday now, but we got to about 39. I think it was 30 when I got home from work, and I actually did a stream about 2 hours after I got back from work. It was, I think from memory, 11 minutes past 10 this morning, which would have been 11 minutes past 9 in Queensland. It was already 34 degrees Celsius, Aussie Gamer. Yeah. Then I think I fell asleep about 11:20, 11:30, and then I'm somewhere in that time frame. I think it reached over 38 or 39 degrees from between then and 6 p.m. when I woke up, or 6:15 p.m. or something. Oh, cheers, man. Yeah, they're not like really fancy edited sort of stuff, but, they're just from the heart. When I'm over in the Philippines, or, maybe a little in the taxi to stop, they're just little film and upload sort of. But yeah, thank you for appreciating them. Yeah. Oh, and the other stuff's shorts. I put if I go to the gym or I finish a shift, I just get in the habit of doing a short video each end of each shift. So if I work 3 times a week, you'll see at least 3 shorts. If I work once, you'll see one. Then you'll see one on the Fridays usually when I eat my adobo and blah blah blah. Yeah. Yeah, I will sort of eventually, and when I work out editing or the volume stuff more and that sort of stuff, because I just, I don't like to feel. They got the habit of music going all the time in the gyms and that sort of stuff, but I'm not some gym guru. I just lift because I like lifting. I don't follow any. Not that I'm saying people shouldn't, but I don't follow any set guidelines that are set in stone. I just feel what I do like doing on the day to a point. Some stuff was set out to me by a lady who's a power lifter, so I wouldn't film that exact sequence because she probably wouldn't worry now, but she sort of said, "Oh, don't tell anyone what you do," because she set it out a certain way and it's probably worked for her, and they don't want other people saying certain things. But I don't say, well, I have to do this many curls today, or I just sort of go in and do what I feel like, and but it's just a matter of staying active and keeping strong as we get a bit older, really, at the end of the day. But yeah, for sure, Ozzy, it's always good to take care, man. Yeah. But yeah, if I get in there one morning, the music's not playing, someone's on the Sunday, I'll definitely try and throw a live stream up, even if it's just on the treadmill, just at the end of the session and that. But it's just I couldn't be bothered muting the thing if they've got music, like copyrighted music playing in the background. I couldn't be bothered sitting on there for half an hour and not being able to speak, having the cap anyway. Yeah. Where'd the viewers go? There's someone just liked, but it's still only saying one viewer. I don't know, my phone's... Is it saying one at your end, people? Oh, there are 2 viewers now. I thought there had to be 2 because the likes just went up, but... Okay, get a mic now. I'll work all that stuff out soon. I'm probably going to go away soon, and then maybe once I get back, I might worry about all that stuff. But at the moment, I'm just putting any money I don't have at the moment towards hopefully getting away, or, who knows, I might have to borrow some money off someone and then sell things or something. But anyway, I'm not worrying about buying any items at the minute because I've got to go somewhere in a couple of months. But when I'm over there, I might get some tips off some people too, because I'll be going to the Philippines, and a lot of my friends there, like they're not being smart, but a lot of Asian people that they're really cool with YouTube, Facebook, etc. They probably give me some tips and that, because a lot of them, they that's their only way of communicating with people abroad and different stuff sometimes, and just seem to have the skills to do all that stuff. So when I'm there with my family, they're still family, friends and all that, they might give me some pointers and I'll write stuff down, and then, excuse me, get back to Australia, do a couple of hundred more shifts or sell some belongings or something, and gradually sort out microphones. Who knows, I might have some equipment here I can use anyway. It's not so much the equipment's a problem. It's just just getting the knack of doing all the stuff with it. Like the editing and muting and all. It all comes to you. But it's just a trial and error, isn't it? Yeah, travel vlogs are pretty cool. Yeah. Oh, thank you for recommending them, Aussie Gamer. It's good if the American people watch, and sometimes me having weird hours too. It's probably better. There's probably more American audience still awake than there are Australians or people in Bali or any of the close countries, because if I'm here at 3 in the morning, well, it's only like 3 p.m. or 1 o'clock or whatever in America or whatever, so they'd be awake watching me. some Aussies might still be up, and some that get up early would be up too, wouldn't it? Like the guys that, I don't know, like a street sweeper, or people that do early shifts at 4 or 5 a.m. start concreters. I think one of my neighbours, a concreter, they get up early. So people like that in Australia could be watching, but a lot of Australians would be asleep at 3 and 4 in the morning. Most of my videos they're not really travel vlogs, but if you look at a lot of the little videos that pop up, they are like just little interviews of people in the Philippines on there. So I guess technically it's showing what's happening on travel, but I'm not just filming a beach. Not that there's anything wrong, but I'm not just saying I want to film this beach. I'm sort of more trying to give the people, their voice, to say, hello, this is my, store on the side of the road or whatever. Like you'll see there's a little interview there with a massage lady. That was just a normal massage. Not that it would have mattered if it wasn't. It would have been probably nice, but it did end up just being a normal motel massage. But, I interviewed her for a minute or so, and there's one when I eventually put it up, I interviewed a flower lady in the middle of Manila at about 5 in the morning when I left the motel. It was still, I think, just coming on daylight, and it was crazy. It was outside this busy 24-hour diner, and you see all these, probably see all people wandering around and that, and a different sort of vibe there. Actually, I think some kids or someone were trying to grab at my bag. Couldn't really care less. I just stood back and that, but But anyway, it's I just filming the people in different areas, and Oh, thank you for the last 2 or so. It went back to 3 likes. Now there are 5 there. Thank you, people. Thank you. Ten viewers. Hello from Australia, people. Just a little whatever chatty. I'll say whatever because you know me. If you do know me, I don't always worry about topics as such. But we're just talking about, Pat, it was Aussie game, talking about travel. Not talking about travel videos, but just saying film your travels, blah blah blah. And I was just saying, some stuff I'd film some of the people when I go away and that sort of thing. So Anyway, so welcome to the channel, people. Welcome to the channel. It's 4:06 a.m. here. I don't know what time it is where you beautiful people are. Oh, I'm not into fishing that much. I probably should try it one day. I haven't done it for years. I like eating fish. I don't buy a lot of fish because I still like a good steak or something, but I've got to start walking around there more. Just where I live, I'm not far from the fish cooperative, like you're Australian, the cooperative, you see. But like a fish co-op and that. I'm only about a 5-minute walk. It's pretty much, I think it's pretty much parallel or adjacent to my house. If I literally walk through people's backyards and that, I'd virtually be at the fish co-op if I go that way through the wall. So I'm close to the fish co-op. Just sometimes I sleep in the day, or and I forget about it. But or I just go down and buy a bit of steak or some chicken already cooked or whatever. But so I'm not far from where I can buy fresh fish and prawns or shrimp, as some people call them. But Oh yeah, fishing videos would be cool. I should, even if I don't film myself fishing, I should when I get away again, maybe film some people abroad and show how they might do their fishing in a different country too, to show people a different way of life. Because over there they they don't have all the same rules, so I might be able to film some net fishing and that sort of stuff. Not that I encourage people to do that stuff here because we want to keep our fish in the waters, but I mean they got to do that to live. So yeah, if I showed some of the ways they do things in that regards, it may spark interest with Westerners, because we're not allowed to go and throw nets in the water and all that stuff. Oh, we're not in Australia anyway, but yeah, I don't think. But yeah. Hey, top comment, hello. Thank you for subscribing, champion. Check him out, top comment. Thanks, brother. Oh, Aussie Gamer recommended me to you. Is that what you mean? Well, anyway, thanks for subscribing. All right, thanks, champion. They're only basic videos, but yeah, people appreciate them. That's the main thing that matters, isn't it, for the time being? Till I, give it another year or so and start developing whatever on there. It's just at the moment I'm not that worried. I'll still have a little stuff of my own normal work, driving taxis or whatever. Maybe sell some belongings or whatever, and then and then eventually work more on building videos up in there. Yeah, so at the moment, yeah, they're cool little videos, man, but don't expect anything top-notch fancy. They're just film for a couple of minutes, upload. The only editing on them is pretty much saying hit the button, share. But I'm still getting out there talking to the people, and a lot of it's just shorts, man, just short videos, and me having a meal or finishing my taxi shift and that sort of stuff. Yeah. Thanks for the love of the Aussies. Yeah, well, you don't see a lot of us on here, do you? You see more of the Americans, and it depends what you're looking at too. I notice a lot of the Asian ladies become YouTubers, which is really cool, because they're, especially the ones from the more developing countries, Thailand, Philippines, etc., because they can't make a good enough living in a normal job to support, 5 or 6 family members or whatever, and a lot of them have taken the opportunity to get on YouTube, and they do well on it. So yeah, I notice a lot of Asian ladies and some guys and American YouTubers, UK, etc. But yeah, you don't see a lot of You don't see a lot of Australians getting on here doing stuff, I don't think. You have a couple of bigger name Aussies that get out and do stuff all the time abroad and that, but you don't see many Australians just get on and throw up a live stream and that sort of stuff, do you? So yeah. Hey, kind Just, thank you. Or some do and they don't last long or something, I don't know. They get all right and then they just disappear. But yeah, but anyway. Whereas some of the Americans, Indians, Filipinos, Thais, they're dedicated to being on making stuff on YouTube work and stuff on Facebook. They'll have 6.8 million followers or something. But yeah. But a lot of us Aussies, I think we seem to give up on ourselves. I don't know. Maybe it's too easy. Not saying it shouldn't be easy, but maybe it's too easy in Australia because we got medical care and the pension and stuff. Whereas in countries where they don't have a lot of that, I guess they'll get on here and they'll hustle 12, 15 hours a day doing streams to make a couple of $100 and that. Yeah. Hey, Richard, how are we, champion? How are we? Anyway, hit the like and subscribe. Thank you. A few of you have subscribed. I'll probably wind this up in a few minutes, but it's good of haven't been that active on here lately, except the shorts. I think the shorts people are looking at, and because I think the last few hours and that it's whatever since this morning, yesterday morning, whatever, the subscription count's gone up by a few, and I haven't been on here active doing much. But yeah, but anyway, so thank you for those who still look at the little videos and stuff and then subscribe, and thanks to you guys and girls on here that just subscribe. Yeah. Okay. All right, cool. That's good, man. Yeah, I'm not saying there aren't big streamers, yeah, but I'm just saying, but you see a lot of the smaller Aussies give up on themselves, don't you? You don't, I could be, but just when I say in the middle of the night I'm flicking through it on here or whatever, I don't see many Aussies doing a live stream or throwing up new videos and that. But yeah, no, that's amazing. 23 million subs, man. Yeah, good on him. Him or her, I don't know, yeah. I want to hang up from here, or want to hang up, or what? Get off here in a few minutes. I might just check that name out on there, but yeah. I mean, I know there's some Australian ones that go and do stuff around the place, and some go abroad a bit, some live overseas, but I just seem to think when I get on, plus I'm up weird hours, so a lot of the Australians might be in bed too, I don't know, but even in the day I look on YouTube sometimes. I haven't been looking at it much lately. I don't want to just look at it all day long, not that I shouldn't support people, but you've got to get a life of yourself for yourself rather than just looking at people like myself or anyone all day long. But yeah, when I do flick through streams, I just seem to notice a lot of Indian streamers come up, Asians, Americans, but I don't see a lot of the Australians come up all the time, you know what I mean? I see, obviously, Speng and stuff come up a bit, but I mean, a lot of that's just controversial. Well, I've nothing against him. I've got nothing against the fella, but apart from people like him, I don't see a lot of Aussie content that's as consistent as some of the others, that's all. As consistent, Like they might post a video twice one week, then they might not post one for a month. I mean, even people like Spanian, he's great at what he does, but it's not, I suppose he's concentrating on his kebab stores and that now, but I just don't find the videos and that consistent, like on a set sort of day, whereas there's some Filipino ladies I follow on here and they're nowhere near as big as him, or there's one in particular, Filipina P, she's pretty cool, she comes to Australia. But you'll notice she'll every Tuesday, I think it's Wednesday here now because it's the time zone, she's been living in America, I think, lately. But you'll know every Tuesday and every Friday at 10 p.m. or Wednesday at 10 a.m. and Saturday at 10 a.m. she'll post a video, They do it like clockwork. They're organised and that sort of stuff. Whereas some of these bigger sub-YouTubers or some of the Aussie guys, they don't seem to have a method, They just get on there and hope that you'll see it come up in the notification bell. But with the Asian ladies, whether they're streaming or whatever, I know, or they're going to be on at 9 o'clock, or they're going to do this, they treat it as a job, and I think it gets them regular viewers, because that's, they're dedicated. But yeah, I'll check out that laser beam shortly if I remember the name as I get off here. Yeah. Yeah, you respect to Perth, man. I've never been to Perth yet, or have I? No, I haven't. I've been to South Australia, but I haven't been to Perth. I'll get over there one day. Yeah, I'll go to sleep one day, probably today at some point. How are we, champion? Just because I get off here doesn't mean I'll be asleep. I'll be looking at this laser beam dude first, checking him out for a few minutes, and then yeah, maybe wash these 2 plates. Not that, that doesn't matter if 2 plates are washed, but just the idea. I don't like leaving them. I shouldn't. It's no excuse, but just working, getting up weird hours, and someone's going straight to work and stuff. I left a couple of plates and stuff in the sink, and it's not a good disciplined way to be. I'm always telling people, keep going, but then I've got the audacity to, So I might leave shit stuff here. So I might wash those couple of plates. I'll check out Laser Beam But yeah, no, it's great that all you people are watching in there. Yeah, thanks for that. Thank you. Not, I don't know. Well, you can say because of if you wanted to say verbal assault's assault, but I mean, I'm not gonna worry about it. When I'm saying I'm a man, I'm not saying I'm tough, but I mean, like, as a man, can we worry about every little thing? But I mean, and it's your job, and I know people are hurting. I mean, unless I'm gonna, end the person or something. I mean, is it worth even doing anything? Because if it's not a matter of life and death, is there any reason for me to hate or side? But I know it's going here, but you know what I mean. You don't fight unless you have to fight and finish. To a point. If someone keeps pushing, you might have to control them. But what I mean by that is, if you count verbal assault or intimidation that people don't even realise they're doing, probably because they're drunk or whatever, I'd say most of us get assaulted, hundreds, if not thousands of times in our career, or threat, but actually assaulted maybe once or twice. So once I had an issue of about 6 or 7 people wanted to get into it. Funny enough, I pulled outside a police station. I didn't want to run in and get the police. That's not my style, I don't like informing on people. I know it's hard when it's your job, but I just don't. I grew up in Sydney. I don't believe in going running to the police about every little thing. But anyway, I pulled up outside the police station just to try and scare these people, and then this lunatic got out and kicked the crap out of the cab. Anyway, it was all a big altercation over not wanting to have 7 people in the cab, and then they all jumped in, and then this was years and years ago, and I think in the process, the dudes leant over the seat and smacked me up the nose. Didn't break my nose, he just smashed me in the nose, and then this idiot girl, I think it was a girl from memory, was hanging out the window. Then I don't know if they were filming it. I don't think many people film stuff on the phone there, but I think they were trying to film it with the phone or do something and saying, I'm going to, look, I'm falling out, I'm going to have you charged, blah, blah, whatever, raving on like idiots. And yeah, so technically I suppose I got assaulted there once, smacked up here. And there's numerous times I've had people threaten to take my life and stuff, but, they're all bluff. I'm still alive. It hasn't happened yet, but, people threaten to, cut your throat because you don't want to put 5 people in a 4-seater vehicle, or you don't want to stop the meter at a traffic light, and they're just Looney Tunes, what would you do if I, put a knife to your throat? I'm only going to give you $10 instead of $10.30, or give me the $10 and get lost. I don't care. You're a lunatic, But yeah, so if you count verbal assault and threats, probably hundreds of times. If you count proper physical assault, probably only a couple. Verbal and assault and threats, probably hundreds, if not thousands of times I've had. Threats in the street. Someone says, you took me the long way around the block, I'm going to kill you, whatever. If you only count physical assaults, might be once, might be 5 times. I don't know. I don't count everything as physical if someone just pushes you. But yeah, one smack in the head like that, the face. Once or twice where I've probably had to push someone off a bit, but yeah. Thanks, Aussie Gamer. Yeah, you get desensitised to it. That's what people don't worry. I mean, even the physical stuff. I'm not trying to say I'm some hard sort of person. I mean, I get quite emotional about some things. So, what do you consider hard? But I mean, but yeah, I just don't. Yeah, once you do things a lot of time, it's like being a soldier. I mean, it's not to the extent of being a soldier. I'm not the same as a soldier at war. If a soldier's not at war, maybe I'm at more risk because I'm out there with them. They're in training. But if they're at war, shit, no, they're in a bigger risk. But yeah, you get desensitized because yeah, if you're getting told off hundreds of times a week, and it's just stuff you see stuff happen or not happen to people in the street. You work night shift for years, you see drunken fights, you see things, so you get to know. I mean, you still got to be careful, but you get to know that most people are bluffing. Most people won't go as far as they say. It's still dangerous because you've got to be careful what they're on these days, but people fight in public because they want the fight to stop, or even somehow in their brain they may want to be arrested because they want somewhere to stay for the night. I don't know, but if someone's serious and they want to be, why would you fight someone in front of security guards? Why would you fight out in the street? Why wouldn't you take the person up not saying to do this, but why wouldn't they take the person up a laneway where there's no cameras and that? Like people that get out in the street fighting and saying they want to do certain things to people, they're not. I'm not saying they won't do something bad. Often it's by mistake because some poor person hits their head on the ground and that, then someone's doing 12 years for manslaughter and some poor family's lost their son or whatever. But if that was their initial intention, why do it in front of guards? Why do it in public? Take the person up a laneway. So what I'm saying is you get to learn most people are full of shit and they're full of bluff. It's not saying they won't go a little bit of the way, but they won't go all the way, usually. But you've still got to be careful because you don't know what they're taking. That's a problem. I'm just filming on an iPhone 13, man, on some of the little 1-minute videos that you see that are actual videos, not shorts. It's a GoPro, or like some of the stuff from the Philippines you'll see in that on the channel. But yeah, all the shorts and that sort of stuff. I think it's just an iPhone, and what I'm on now, just an iPhone 13, yeah. So yeah, that's why I become desensitized as well. Not because I'm not nervous or not because I don't have fear of my own self being hurt, but I just think most people are bluff and yeah, once you get threatened 2,000 or 3,000 times and nothing happens or whatever, you don't. Who cares? I'm not saying who cares. I mean, sometimes you just don't want to do it because you don't want to see the worst in humanity. But I'm not really in complete fear that often. Yeah. Anyway, people, the phone's starting to go a bit flat and it's 38 minutes up. I just want to say hello to everyone, so I may say goodbye, beautiful people. Thank you for your support. Thank you for the questions. It gets me thinking about stuff to talk about sometimes, and it also makes me think about my work. Even though it is, you're saying, oh, that's a bad thing, it's still thinking about work in the past and even the bad experiences. They were experiences, so that's all good. It's gives me things to think about. So yeah, thank you for watching, people. As I say, be kind, be respectful. You don't want to be kind to some people, be respectful anyway. Take care, beautiful people. Yeah, good night to all of you. Have a good night, have a good morning, whatever time it is. And thank you very much for the support. Thank you for the 13 likes. It's been a while since I've had 13 likes. I think the most I've ever got was about 21, maybe 31 likes. But anyway, cheers, boys and girls. Thank you very much. Bye.